Hey everyone! Welcome back to Hi English Channel. Today, we're talking about a deep and emotional topic, war and peace.
That's right. It's not just history, it's about people, feelings, and how we communicate, even in difficult times.
Sometimes the world feels divided. You turn on the news and see conflicts, anger, fear, but also hope, kindness, and people helping each other.
And in this lesson, we'll learn how to talk about war and peace in simple English, not just words, but real human stories.
Before we start, if you love learning English through real conversations, don't forget to subscribe. It really helps us share more stories like this.
Okay, so let's start with a real-life scene. It's early morning. The city is quiet. But far away, in another country, people wake up to the sound of sirens.
A mother holds her child close. A soldier checks his phone, waiting for news from home. Somewhere, a teacher opens her classroom, hoping her students will come.
That's the sound of war. Not just fighting, but waiting, worrying, and hoping.
So, how do we talk about this topic in English? Let's start simple. We use words like conflict, attack, peace talks, refugees, and truce.
Right. For example, the two countries are in conflict. That means they are fighting or disagreeing.
Or, the leaders agreed to a truce. That means they decided to stop fighting for a while.
Now, let's make it human. Emily, can you use one of those words in a short story?
Sure. A few years ago, a friend of mine volunteered at a refugee camp. She said people didn't talk much about war. They talked about food, family, and missing home.
That's powerful. It shows that even in war, the language of peace is still there. Kindness, sharing, hope.
Exactly. Now, let's look at how we can express peace in English. We can say to make peace, to keep peace, to live in harmony, or to forgive.
Example, they decided to make peace after many years of fighting. Simple, but meaningful.
Let's teach a few more. To surrender means to stop fighting. To rebuild means to start again after destruction.
And to heal, a beautiful word, it means to recover, not just the body, but the heart.
Yes, to heal is one of my favorite words. It shows that peace is not only the end of war, it's the beginning of understanding.
Now, let's practice a short dialogue. You can repeat after us.
How do you feel about war?
I think war destroys everything, but peace builds hope.
Beautiful. Let's do it again slowly.
How do you feel about war?
I think war destroys everything, but peace builds hope.
You can try saying it too, right now. Speak out loud. It helps your brain remember better.
That's true. Even if you make mistakes, it's okay. Every word you speak brings you closer to confidence.
Now, let's talk about emotions. When people live through war, they often use words like scared, worried, brave, or strong.
Let's make small examples. I feel scared when I hear loud sounds. Or, my grandmother was brave during the war.
And on the peace side, we can use words like calm, safe, free, and grateful.
For example, I feel calm when I hear birds in the morning. Or, we are grateful to live in peace.
Now, Emily, can we talk about forgiveness? Because peace often starts there.
Yes, forgiveness is a big word. It means you decide to stop being angry even if someone hurt you.
That's true in life too. Sometimes peace isn't between countries. It's between people, friends, or family.
Right. You can say, I forgive you, or let's make peace. These are simple sentences, but full of love.
Let's do a mini vocabulary spotlight here.
Okay. Word 1, conflict. meaning disagreement or fight. Synonym, dispute. Example, the conflict lasted for many years.
Word 2. Peaceful, meaning calm, without fighting. Synonym, quiet. Example, the village is peaceful again.
Nice. Let's add one phrase learners love. Come together.
Yes, come together means to unite, to join hands for a common goal.
Example, people came together to help after the disaster.
See? Talking about war and peace isn't only about sadness, it's also about the beauty of human strength.
Exactly. And every time you learn a word like peaceful or forgive, you're also learning how to bring peace into your own world.
That's deep. And it's true. Sometimes learning English helps us connect not just with other people, but with our own feelings.
So true. Words can heal. When we speak with kindness, we spread peace, even in small ways.
Let's pause here and ask our listeners, what does peace mean to you? Write your answer in the comments.
And say it out loud, too. Speaking builds confidence, and sharing builds connection.
All right, we'll continue in a moment. Next, we'll explore how everyday people talk about peace and hope, even when the world feels uncertain.
Stay with us.
All right, let's go deeper, because when we talk about peace, we also talk about courage, the quiet courage of ordinary people.
Yes, think about a bus driver who still goes to work during a conflict, or a nurse who keeps helping patients even when the city is dark.
Or a student studying by candlelight, hoping for a better future. That's real bravery, not fighting, but continuing life.
Exactly. And that's why English words like hope, faith, and strength are so powerful. They give light even in darkness.
Let's teach those. Hope means believing that good things can still happen. Faith means trust. Strength means inner power.
You can say, I have hope for the future, or she has faith that peace will come.
Or they showed great strength during hard times. These sentences are simple, but they carry emotion.
Now let's switch to a short dialogue, something you can practice.
Do you think peace is possible?
Yes, but it starts with understanding.
Understanding what?
Understanding that everyone is fighting their own battle.
That's beautiful. And true for life, too. Sometimes peace is not about countries. It's about daily moments.
Like when you listen instead of shouting, or when you say, it's okay, instead of arguing.
Yes, that's the kind of peace that changes the world, one person at a time.
Now, let's bring in some phrases that people use when they talk about world peace.
We can say, let's stop the violence, or we need to build understanding.
Or, peace begins with me. It means each of us has the power to bring peace into our circle.
Exactly. You don't need to be a politician. You can start with your words, your actions, your kindness.
Let's do a short reflection together. Close your eyes for a moment and think of someone you disagree with.
Now think of one kind word you could say to them. Maybe, I understand. Maybe, thank you. Maybe, let's move on.
That's how peace begins. One thought, one word, one small act.
Let's make this practical for English learners. If you want to talk about peace in daily conversation, use simple expressions like stay calm, keep smiling, or don't give up.
Example, even in hard times, she stays calm. Or, he keeps smiling even when things are bad.
That's emotional strength and great vocabulary practice too.
Now, let's add some idioms, because English has beautiful expressions about peace and war.
Yes, the first one is to bury the hatchet. It means to forgive and become friends again.
Example, after years of not talking, they finally buried the hatchet.
The second one is to hold your fire. It means to stop attacking or reacting.
Example, he wanted to argue, but he decided to hold his fire.
And the third one is make love, not war. It's an old saying that means spread kindness, not hate.
Those idioms make your speech sound natural and wise at the same time.
Now, let's add some cultural notes. In many countries, peace symbols are white doves, olive branches, or even songs.
Yes, like John Lennon's Imagine. It's a song about a world without borders, without hate, full of harmony.
That's one of my favorites. Music can teach us so much about peace. Simple words, deep meaning.
And that's the same with English learning. You don't need complex grammar to express deep feelings, just honest, simple words.
Exactly. Words like hope, help, care, and listen can build bridges faster than long speeches.
Speaking of listening, let's do a mini practice.
Okay, repeat after us. Peace starts with me.
Peace starts with me.
Every kind word makes the world softer.
Every kind word makes the world softer.
Beautiful. When you speak those words out loud, you actually feel calmer, right?
Yes, because language isn't only communication, it's energy. The words you speak create the mood you live in.
That's so true. So even when you practice English, you can choose words that make your life more peaceful.
Exactly. Let's do one more vocabulary spotlight before we move on.
Sure.
Word 1. Forgive, meaning to stop being angry at someone. Synonym, pardon. Example, she forgave her friend after the argument.
Word 2, harmony, meaning agreement, peace between people. Synonym, unity. Example, they live in harmony with their neighbors.
Word 3, bravery, meaning courage to face fear. Synonym, courage. Example, he showed bravery when he helped the injured.
Those words describe peace from the inside.
Yes, because peace begins in the heart before it appears in the world.
That's something we often forget. We look for peace outside, but it always starts within.
So true. And when we speak English with calmness, we also learn patience, which is a kind of peace too.
Exactly. English isn't just about perfect grammar. It's about connection, listening, and respect.
Right. And even when you make mistakes, it's okay. That's how learning and peace grows.
Because every mistake is just a small battle lost, but the big war is won when you keep trying.
That's a great metaphor, Paul, and it's true for life too.
All right, in the next part, we'll talk about real stories of people who chose peace over revenge and how their words changed everything.
Don't go anywhere. The next part will touch your heart. Welcome back. Now let's talk about real people. People who turned pain into peace through their words and actions.
Yes, I remember a story from Rwanda after the war in 1994. A woman lost her family, but later forgave the man who caused it.
That's true courage. She said, if I don't forgive, I carry war inside me forever. Those words changed many lives.
It shows that forgiveness is not weakness, it's strength, because it takes power to choose peace when you have every reason to hate.
And that's a lesson for all of us, even in our daily lives. Sometimes peace means saying, I'm sorry first.
Exactly. Whether it's between friends, coworkers, or countries, someone has to take the first step.
Let's practice that idea in English. You can say, let's stop fighting. Or, can we start again? Simple words, big impact.
Or, I understand your side. It's one of the most peaceful sentences in the world.
That's right. Understanding doesn't mean agreeing. It means listening. And that's where peace begins.
Now, let's talk about one more inspiring story from Japan. After World War II,
people lost everything, but they rebuilt their country with discipline, unity, and hope.
Yes, and today, Japan is one of the most peaceful nations in the world. That's the power of rebuilding, both in cities and in hearts.
We can learn so much from that. When you rebuild after failure, you grow stronger. When you learn after mistakes, you grow wiser.
Just like learning English. Every time you practice, even when it's hard, you're rebuilding your confidence.
That's a beautiful comparison. War breaks things down. Learning builds things up.
Exactly. And peace is like progress. Slow, patient, but unstoppable when you don't quit.
Now, let's make this interactive. Say it out loud with us. I choose peace.
I choose peace.
I will listen before I speak.
I will listen before I speak.
I will learn even when it's hard.
I will learn even when it's hard.
Great job. Every time you say those words, you train both your English and your heart.
Now, here's a quick set of expressions to use when you talk about peace in real life.
You can say, we need to find common ground. It means looking for something you both agree on.
Or, let's meet halfway. That means making a compromise, not my way or your way, but our way.
And another one, let's move forward. That means leaving the past behind and focusing on the future.
Let's try using them in a dialogue.
You can say, I know we disagree, but we can find common ground.
Yes, let's meet halfway and move forward together.
Perfect. This is how you sound peaceful and mature in English.
And it works not just in serious situations, also at work, in relationships, or during small arguments.
Yes, because peace is not an event, it's a lifestyle.
So true. Now let's talk about one mindset tip. When you learn English, sometimes your brain feels like a battlefield. Stress, fear, confusion.
Exactly. You compare yourself with others, you make mistakes, and you feel like giving up.
But if you replace pressure with patience, the war in your mind turns into peace.
Yes, you can say, it's okay, I'm learning, or mistakes are my teachers.
Those phrases create mental peace, and when your mind is calm, your English improves faster.
Because peace helps memory, confidence, and focus. That's why peaceful learners always grow faster than anxious ones.
So next time you study, make your environment calm. Drink water, breathe deeply, and say something kind to yourself.
That's beautiful advice, Emily. Learning is not a war, it's a journey.
Yes, and on this journey, every word you learn is like planting a small seed of peace inside you.
That's such a comforting image. And when millions of people plant those seeds, the world changes.
Exactly. That's why language is powerful. It connects us across borders, hearts, and histories.
Let's summarize today's key phrases before we close.
All right. Make peace, keep calm, forgive, rebuild, find common ground, move forward, come together.
Beautiful. These are not just English phrases, they are life lessons.
Yes. And even if you remember just one phrase today, you are already improving.
Before we go, I want to ask our listeners, what does peace look like in your life?
Share your answer in the comments below. Maybe it's your morning coffee, a quiet walk, or a kind message from a friend.
And remember, your words can bring peace to someone else's day.
So keep learning, keep speaking, and keep spreading calm energy through your English.
If you enjoyed this episode, please like, share, and subscribe. Your support helps us create more lessons full of light and hope.
And always remember, peace begins with words, and words begin with you.
Take care, everyone. Stay peaceful, stay curious, and see you in the next lesson.
See you soon, dear friends.